which is what we want. This is catalytic resources, very little resources that we have available to help this process, to help the youth scale up so that they can continue to move forward, start to doing their investments, their innovations, and later on, I hope they will be doing IPOs or something that will make them very rich and contribute to society. So thank you so much for being with us, and let's keep pushing for the quality and for the quality of this proposal so that we can really bring new innovations. So let's start the process and let's move forward. Thank you.
Amazing, Maximo. I thank you. I highlighted regarding the innovation can lead for the transformation. Thank you again. Now let's meet the rest of the judges. I'd like to welcome Isabelle Pioux-Lepetit, Research Director at the French Research Institute for Agriculture, Food and Environment. Make a noise.
Good afternoon. So I'm Isabelle Pioux-Lepetit. I'm a research director at INRAE, the French National Institute for Food, Agriculture and the Environment. And my background is in economics and also management of organizations. So after starting my career as a data analyst and also providing digital, at the time it was not digital tools, but this was data analysis tools for a lot of type of organizations. I then start doing research on the convergence between the green and the digital transition. And right now I'm leading several European projects, and more specifically, trying to work on a definition on what can be the data economy for food systems. And I'm also developing a conceptual framework of this data economy for food systems so it can be useful for all of you. And more specifically, I'm also involved on policy side within the European Partnership Agriculture of Data, where I'm going to work with policymakers in order to design policy or adjust policies in a way that we can have this twin green and digital transition. So I'm very pleased to be here today. And for all of you that are competing, I wish you the best. And even so, you might not be the winner, enjoy the moment, because being finalist is already great. Thank you.
Amazing. I do agree with Isabelle. And next, we have Patrick Corbaoui, Senior Managing Director at McGill University Institute for Global Food Security, on the stage. Patrick, please, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. And good afternoon, everyone. I am Patrick Corbaoui, and it's a pleasure for me to join you here today for this 2025 TRC. I bring a background in sustainable food system, applied research, and innovation. And I'm currently serving as the Director General of the Institute for Global Food Security at McGill University, Montreal, Canada. Throughout my career, I've worked a lot on the intersection of operational science, applied science, policy, and community actions with a special focus on youth empowerment in the agri-food system transformation. What excites me most of the TRC is the power to elevate youth-led, research-driven solutions that can tackle some of the most pressing problems today in our food system. I'm looking forward to learning from all of you today and seeing you how your ideas can push the boundaries of innovation, equity, and sustainability. Thank you all, and best of luck to all the finalists. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patrick, for your briefly introduction. And finally, we are delighted to welcome Wanjiru Kamal Rattenberg, Regional Managing Director of Africa at the Alliance of Biodiversity International, NCIAT. Please welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to the participants who are here. You have made it onto this global stage. As my fellow judge said, making it this far is no mean task. Congratulations. My name is Dr. Wanjiro Kamau Rutenberg, and I have this pleasure and honor of serving as the Africa Managing Director for the Alliance of Biodiversity International and CIAT. We are one of the CGIAR centers that works at the intersection of climate change, nutrition, biodiversity conservation, and agricultural production. And in my capacity as Africa Managing Director, I oversee our work across 19 countries on the continent. I actually started my career as a political scientist. I was a assistant professor of political science at the University of San Francisco for some years. I also founded some two different women's rights organizations that work. One works globally, Black Women in Executive Leadership, but 20 years ago created Akilidada, which is a young women's leadership incubator that is focused on supporting young women who are driving change in their communities. So I'm deeply passionate about young people driving change. I'm deeply passionate about gender equality and making sure that the vast talent that is on the planet gets leveraged to drive some of our most pressing problems. And of course, in my current role now, really passionate about how we use agriculture to drive prosperity, especially for some of the people at the margins of our societies. So again, congratulations to those who have made it this far. I'm super excited to work with my fellow judges to identify winners and celebrate you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wanjiru, and thank you to all the judges. We are extremely grateful to have your expertise to select our TRC's 2025 winners. Now, to tell us what it has taken to get to this point, please help me welcome Haneen Abu Salah, TRC lead, to the stage to share its progress over the past 5 years.
Excellencies, colleagues, partners, and innovators, good afternoon. It is an honor to welcome you all to the TRC finals today. It is hard to believe that just 4 years ago, the very first Transformative Research Challenge took place entirely online, born during the moment when the whole world was navigating a global pandemic. In that first edition, we have received 120 applications. Today, in 2025, we surpassed 1,000 applications. Every year, we promise not just to grow and scale in numbers, but also we sharpen our lens to uncover the most innovative ideas that carry the promise to transform agri-food systems. Over the past 5 editions of the TRC, we have partnered with more than 20 institutions and awarded over 50 outstanding research teams with over 500,000 in research grants. What you see today is the results of months of dedicated teamwork, from strategy to outreach, and a strong belief that young people can and will lead the way forward to a more sustainable food future. And as Palestinian, and as we gather today, let us hold in our hearts the people of Gaza and all of these people that's facing hunger, and show them that we are having them in our hearts, in our shared mandate, and we remember them today. FAO colleagues, facilitators, evaluators, mentors, and all the partners who have worked alongside these teams, nurturing their bold ideas with their time, knowledge, and expertise. Thank you. Thank you for your support, and thanks to all the team joining us today, and good luck with your pitches. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Haneen. That's super powerful and insightful. What a great insight into the incredible effort that has been put into pulling off this competition. And now the moment has come. We are ready to hear from the team. Let the pitches begin! Woo! should be more relaxed. So, okay. First, we will start with the Integrated Water Management for Food Security Prize. This prize seeks community-led cross-sectoral water innovation that strengthen climate resilience, food security, and equity in farming and fishing system. So, please welcome our first finalist. Drum roll. Ooh, Team AquaSense AI. Woo! The floor is yours.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. My name is Lamek Kwalela. Our research title is AquaSense AI. So, water scarcity threatens livelihoods and food security. Turkana County in Kenya, with about 1 million residents, only 40% have access to clean water. Water management has failed for years because leaders and institutions work separately. Between 2020 and 2022, droughts killed over 400,000 livestock. This already is an indication that without bringing institutions and communities together, we risk losing more lives to hunger, drought, and conflicts over limited resources. Our solution to this is AquaSense AI, a system designed to ensure water is shared fairly between farmers and fishers. It integrates AI and local knowledge to ensure real-time IoT sensor data monitoring, water allocation efficiency, and fish stock indicators. To achieve an amazing solution like that, we'll have to go in the field, conduct literature search to understand why previous interventions have failed. We will conduct some structured interviews with local leaders to understand governance and resilience. We will also do focused group discussions to engage women and youth. This is to explore on water management practices and barriers to technology adoption. And finally, we will run stakeholder workshop, which is very crucial, present our results, co-design policy options with county government, and give policymakers clear ideas for implementation and skilling. Expected results, of course, will have increased crop yield, reduced drought losses, and stronger governance that ensures, that promotes fair and sustainable agri-food systems. We will secure long-term sustainability of our system by building relationships with community organizations, local institutions, and FAO, which is very crucial in this sector. And I want to call upon everyone in this room to join us in making AquaSense AI a reality, because together, you know what? We can transform water management and build resilience for the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's inspiring and amazing. Okay, now to our judges. You have 3 minutes for questions, so please, time is yours. Go ahead.
I have two questions for you. You started with livestock, then you talk about fish, and then you finish with crops. Why the three when you are only giving a solution to one, which is the crops? And the second question is, what is the role of artificial intelligence? Is it just the sensors? What are you doing with artificial intelligence?
Thank you so much for your question. I started with livestock because Turkana is basically a county that is dominated with pastoralists, and pastoralists majorly they deal with livestock. I had to talk about crops because the system is trying to come up with a system whereby they should not only be depending on the pastoralism only to live, because we want to transform, have sustainable agri-food systems. The use of AI in this system is just basically to transform the data from IoT sensors, the data about water level, water efficiency, water access. So it transforms the data into simple information that any smallholder farmer can understand. We all understand technology is there, but most people may not know how to use it unless the information, the data is analyzed into simplified information. Thank you. Did I answer all the questions, or I forgot another one?
I have a question. You are going to gather a partnership from local farmers and also international organization,
Yes.
university, which is great because it's quite a big helix.
Thank
But
you.
how are you going to manage all those partners within your project?
Okay, if you look at my presentation, we are trying to use communities as core researchers. We'll be involving them in data collection, trainings, and there are some other organizations that are working on sustainable agriculture in the region. So we coming up with the idea, of course, you can only achieve something if you incorporate different organizations with different goals, and together you can also, meet your goals easily without working alone. Thank you.
Wanjiro here. When you say AI, what exactly do you mean?
AI is a new technology called artificial intelligence, and we are trying to integrate it with IoT sensors, Internet of Things. So the purpose of Internet of Things is to capture information. To capture data. Data is something raw that is meaningless until AI makes it meaningful. So the AI, using the machine learning algorithms, like for example, when you have, let's say, environmental data, when you are using models like time series forecasting. So AI then transforms this data into this meaningful information so that when a person interacts with the system, which is through the application, that system, let me say in simple terms, the AI does the dirty work. Yeah, and the smallholder farmers are only interested in the output, which is the information on the application dashboard. Thank you.
Amazing. Unfortunately, the Q&A session has ended up, and thank you for our judges for all those insightful questions. And team, Aquasense AI, you may back to the seat. All right. And then we now invite the second team from the integrated water management category to the stage. Drum roll. Team Aquasmart Philippines! Woo!
Mabuhay from the Philippines. My name is Inal Chris Ambuela, and on behalf of my team, I'm thrilled to present to you our project, Aquasmart, Adaptive Quantification and Subsurface Monitoring for Advancing Resilient Agricultural and Aquaculture Technologies. Climate change is inevitable, and in the Philippines, it's putting our food and water security at risk. Groundwater systems are running dry, farmers are struggling, and aquaculture ponds are failing. With agriculture employing over 18.5% of Filipinos and aquaculture employment dropped by 258,000, the stability of our food system is under serious threat. The project proponent aims to develop an initiative that mitigates environmental impact and promotes sustainable water use. By addressing poor water management and the lack of reliable data, we seek to empower farmers with smarter and data-driven tools. Introducing Aquasmart. Aquasmart addresses groundwater over-obstruction, depletion, and contamination while also tackling aquaculture challenges. This can be done through the integration of groundwater monitoring system, advanced groundwater modeling, and AI-driven weather forecasting. This can be achieved through the installation of groundwater monitoring wells inside the UPLB Central Experiment Station, together with water quality sensors, a digital dashboard for adaptive irrigation and aquaculture scheduling, and other things that you can see in this illustration. Aquasmart guarantees sustainable water use, minimizes environmental impact, and ensures long-term agricultural and aquaculture productivity. This is not just a technology, it's a pathway toward climate resilience and food security. Its modular low-cost designs allows farmers to adapt and sustain it, while local capacity building and evidence-based governance ensures that it can be scaled down and also it can be adopted locally for long-lasting impact. In 2 years, we are expecting that farmers will be able to shift from intuition-based decisions to data-driven climate resilient practices. Together, let's transform water smart farming, the future of food security. Thank you very much, and we are welcome to answer your questions.
I thank you so much, Aquasmart Philippines. Let's open the floor to our judges for Q&A. 3 minutes is yours.
Sure. Can I thank you so much first? And I wanted to know about the how can Aquasmart be optimized under variable climate conditions?
So as discussed earlier, we'll be using AI model in order to predict the weather, such as precipitation and temperature in the area. So using satellite-based data and also local data in our university, we have the UPLB National Agri-Meteorological Station. So we'll be leveraging AI in order to downscale the data, analyze historical data, and also create a more accurate result that will be used by the farmers. So once the data is forecasted, we'll be using that in order to quantify the amount of water that will be needed in irrigation. As mentioned earlier, we are expecting to increase the efficiency irrigation by up to 40% because when we know the soil physical properties as well as the amount of water needed to irrigate, we'll be able to achieve that. And in terms of increasing aquaculture yield, we are able to do that through the water quality sensors. So we are trying to reduce stress to the crops as well as the fishes, and that will result to higher efficiency.
So you're talking of AI that solves everything. So I just put data into AI and give me a solution. Wait. So why you think it's like that? It's not as simple as that. And second is you need a huge amount of data to be able to predict what you're trying to predict. And if you are just starting, you don't have a huge amount of data. So how are you going to use these models?
So in UPLB, we have data from, I think, 1980. So I think that will be enough data in order to downscale and also analyze patterns. What's the relationship between the station data as well as the data which are sensed by satellites. So using this, I think the project is a little bit optimistic, but I think through the collaboration with different organizations as well as international organizations, we'll be able to achieve part of our objectives. So it doesn't require just us, the proponents, but we also need the help of other people who are more knowledgeable on these kinds of technologies.
I would like to know, how are you going to ensure that if this project is transferred elsewhere, it can be adapted and adjusted to the new population that will be involved? How are you working with the end users?
Yes, part of our project is coordination with the end users, which are farmers, as well as students and researchers. So through the collaborative effort between them, we'll be able to transfer knowledge because we're also planning to do capacity building activities in order for those people who are not knowledgeable in technology be more adept to it. So I think in terms of adaptability and scalability, we'll be able to achieve that if we have the budget and we also have enough visibility that will ensure that people will be interested in adapting the technology to different locations. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Aquasmart Philippines, for your insightful questions, and also congratulations to the integrated water management teams for their strong pitches. I thank you so much as well for the judges.
Yes, and now we move on to our next category, which is the Forestry Innovation Prize. This prize recognizes youth-led transformative solutions for sustainable forest management. Let's welcome our first team, Guardians of Indigenous Forests, to the floor. Woo!
The Guardians of Indigenous Forests, that's our team. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bangun Adiwijaya from Indonesia. That's Bayu. Bayu is a farmer who taps Sohera javanica, endemic species in indigenous agroforestry system called Rapong Damar. One day, Bayu is so angry because the price of the resin damar getting low. So he cut, he burned, and he switched to monoculture. He didn't realize 1.5 million carbon dioxide equivalent release, but he did see a landslide destroyed his village. Bio was not alone. 80% of the farmer relies on a middleman who monopoly the price and leave them with low bargain and power. The only thing that they need is simple, a better information of their Repong Damar. Luckily, a group of scientists want to solve this. They want to co-develop, implement, and analyze market information system, or MIS, to the market share and to the Sohera javanica conservation. They expect 20% increase in market share and 80% reduction in deforestation. How will this work? First, the MIS will be co-developed together with Bayu and his community. A local operator will be trained to run the system, and then the MIS user will be compared with non-user. And then after 9 months, the scientists will have data of market welfare from the survey and the forest cover from AI satellite monitoring. At the end, a clear recommendation about how does it work will go to the local NGOs and authorities. And then what? Remember the local operator from the community? It ensures the system can still continue even after the research is finished. It will be handed to the local authorities. With more funding, the system will be advanced. In time, this novel mission can grow into $1 million conservation-based digital MIS across Indonesia, creating jobs, digitizing farmer while improving the livelihood aligned with SDGs and FAO forest objectives. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team Guardians of Indigenous Forests. That was quite a pitch. And now we'll move on to our questions. Judges, over to you. You have 3 minutes.
So can you tell me what is inside the MIS?
Oh yeah, we will provide the data. Thank you for the questions. We will provide the data of the market share, and we will work with 2 things. The first one, we will give the price informations and then how the price is going from the company of the medicines to the people, to the farmer. And also in the future, we will perfect the systems so it will work also for the company. So the company nowadays in Indonesia, they need the data for ESG reporting annually, right? And then if they use this perfected system, they can easily get the data. And also the company maybe in the future will use this system, and they need to pass the UDR, for example, or ESG reporting, and it will be easy for them. So first, we'll provide the data for the farmer, and also we will give the data to the company that use the system. Thank you.
A question from me. What will happen to the middlemen?
Okay.
I mean, they need to feed their families too, no?
Yeah, that's right. So I just want to reframe this one. We want to more ethical way and practical way how to be in this system, because middlemen, we don't eradicate the middlemen, but we want to recruit them into a better system. So in the future, we also want to involve them to be part of the system, for example, for the data provider. And that is our goals, because we cannot leave anyone behind. Mm-hmm.
I have a quick question for you. Can you tell us more about the main challenges that indigenous are facing in Indonesia to protect their forest?
Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for that question. So Repong Damar, in the Repong Damar system, there's asymmetry market that we see now because of lack of transparency from the price itself. So it creates price volatility when it reduces the interest of the farmer to keep and stick to the system of Repong Damar. And that is jeopardize the system, because Repong Damar been around for centuries. This is our culture. This is our cultural heritage that we have to preserve. But if people doesn't want to stick with the system, then in the future we'll lose this cultural heritage. And then Sohera javanica is endemic tree that only live in Java Islands, and also it's already endangered by the UCN red list. So if we just neglect this system, then we will lose our forest, our tree, Sohera javanica, because I think the research is really important. This is transformatively change the problem. Give the solutions, and At the end, this is for our people, the people that believe in me, even before I believe in myself.
Okay, thank you so much, judges, for all those questions. And we will now move on to the next forestry team, Team Impact Open Air Lab. The stage is yours.
Test. Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon, goeiemiddag in my native tongue. I'm Chris, and I'm from South Africa, and I am an engineer and an impromptu forester. Our project is on the development of a wireless dendrometer and environmental sensing system, and precision forestry allows researchers to gather valuable insights from trees, from their growth through to their water dynamics. Eucalyptus is a widespread tree, as all of you know, and accounts for more than 25% of all pulp produced. It's a fast and efficient grower and is therefore a very suitable candidate for sustainable forestry. However, we know very little about this tree. Sorry, I went too far. Our object, what happened here? I'm so sorry. The problem is commercial forestry sensing equipment is often highly expensive, inaccessible, and is limited in flexibility and scalability. We aim to address this gap by developing a system that is not only low cost, but completely wireless and completely wireless and solar powered, with the benefit of also being, I don't know why it's going automatically, but anyway, let's go. I present you our solutions, the first of which, the WILO, or wireless logger, is the central electronics hub that integrates standard forestry sensors. Secondly, we've developed the DigiDendro, a dendrometer that continuously measures tree stem growth at high precision and accuracy, comparable to commercial options, but at a fraction of the cost. The benefit lies in the fact that this system is completely digitized, different to commercial options, which are analog devices requiring expensive loggers. We have also developed a dashboard for live analytics and monitoring. It also has the novelty of including an imputation algorithm for missing values. At our research plantation, we've already installed 75 of these systems, with an additional 75 on the way. The idea being that the first 75 being installed throughout the winter period have been used for a feasibility study throughout that time. I hope that together we can work towards creating a more accessible, affordable, informed, and sustainable future in forestry. Thank you for your time and this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much, Chris. Now, judges, over to you. As usual, you have 3 minutes.
My question is about the implementation of your solution. It's going to be on a research field.
Yes.
So it's out of real world life, if I can say that. So how do you think of imagine the transfer to farmers or other potential users of the dendrometer?
Thank you for your question. First of all, our research plantation is an open lab for anyone to come and do their experiments. So we are working closely with PAMSA, the Paper and Manufacturing Association of South Africa, as well as Mondi and SAPI, two of our biggest paper producers, who are regularly visiting our site to see how they can collaborate and see what innovations we bring to the industry. And through this, we aim to reach out to them and allow them to find the opportunities. I think the biggest thing is our system is supposed to remain completely open source. So it allows anyone with any, some capacity to use all of our files, all of the code, everything at their disposal to create the systems themselves, with also documentation on how to do so. We also plan to implement training programs for smallholders and small farmers to be able to understand the new technology and to be able to use it. I hope that answers your question.
If you're successful, how will people's lives improve? I can see this being a great business tool that will make paper companies a lot of money, but how will it improve people's lives?
Thank you for your question. I think, first of all, being open source, it improves people's lives in the fact that they don't have to use expensive things. in poorer countries, this gives them the accessibility that they need to be able to do the same level of research as the rest of the world with a lower cost and at the same scale. And I think that is very important overall, especially in the South African context where we do not have access to all of these resources.
How you assure sustainability?
Oh, first of all, like I said, our systems are solar powered, and
The solar cells cost is not for free, and you have to
yes,
maintain them.
I agree, and that's why we are also looking at product life cycle and end of life disposing of the system at the end of its life in recyclable manners, of course. And also the sustainability factor of eucalyptus itself. Eucalyptus is a fossil-efficient grower and can then therefore replace indigenous forests. Or financial sustainability, we offer the product as a service instead of as a product itself. So open source, but with the service aspect. And for now, everything is still in the very early stages and research-based. Eventually, we will probably look into seeing to get systems into the market. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris, for all the answers, and judges for all your insightful Q&As.
We now turn to our third category, the Sustainable Aquaculture Prize, which fosters collaboration and innovation to bridge the science to practice gap and empowers youth to lead the transition towards a sustainable aquatic food system. To start, please welcome Team BioBalance.
Hello everyone, my name is Han Huan from Shanghai Ocean University. Today, I'm very confident in here to introduce our project. My team's name is BioBalance. There are 4 young members, and we are all passionate about making a difference in agriculture. The title is Probiotic Reduce Greenhouse Gas and Flavor. So, do you like fish? Have you ever noticed of flavor in fish? In fact, the greenhouse gas emission and flavor compounds in agriculture cause economy losses and food waste. However, most the current solutions are expensive and can't solve both problems. So, we propose using the special probiotic. We propose using the probiotic greenhouse gas and flavor reducing probiotic, which are able to function by regulating microbial communities, decomposing organic waste, and degrading of flavor compounds, and so on. Then, the low-cost technology has many advantages, such as eco-friendly, gender-inclusive, and suitable for different regions. Based on this, we are going to do a 10-week experiment to verify the effects of this program. And we will collect some samples to do for testing to do purge and trap GC mass of water and muscle, but the genomic sequencing of the water and to detect the water quality. Then, by using this probiotic, we can achieve the following goals: mitigating global warming, improving consumer satisfaction, and empowering women, and increasing farmers' income, supporting the Sustainable Development Goals 2, 5, 12, and 13. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, BioBalance team, for the strong pitch. We now move to the Q&A session, which will be conducted entirely in Chinese. So please be sure to use the earpiece provided for live translation. Judges, over to you for the Q&A for 3 minutes. Please use the earpiece. Thank you.
Can you say a bit more about the gender component of your projects?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Okay. You said that the project is going to foster gender development, especially, I guess, for women. Can you explain a bit more how it's going to contribute to gender issues?
Okay, thank you. 感谢您的问题，我想这应该是大家都比较关注的问题。那么，关于这个女性赋权呢，因为这个益生菌它的使用方法是非常简单的，就比如像在水产养殖系统当中，它可能只需要去泼洒到水里面。养殖水里面，然后再或者是使用在它的饲料里面拌在饲料，然后再去投喂鱼类或者水产品。那么这个方法是非常简单，所以就是无论是男性还是女性呢，他们都能够使用这种方法去增长这个产量。所以这就是本研究的女性赋权这一块。谢谢。
You please repeat the answer? Yep. No worries.
Okay.
Yeah, now we can.
Do the judges settle on the earpiece?
Yes.
All right.
Now yes.
Okay. How about Maximo? All right. Please wait for a moment to Maximo, because we'll ensure regarding the clear answer. So, all right. How about Maximo? Okay. Could you please repeat your answer? So, please go ahead.
OK，在益生菌关于女性赋权这一块呢，是因为它的使用方法是非常简单的。那么在水产养殖系统里面，可能只需要把它泼洒到水里，然后或者是把它与饲料给混合起来再使用，就是投喂到鱼类的这个池子里或者水产养殖系统里。那么这个方法非常简单，无论是男性呢，或者是女性，它都可以去使用。所以就是这个它的技术是技术性非常低，所以大家都可以使用。所以这就是女性赋权。那么女性在水产养殖系统里面，她使用这个益生菌之后，就是可以增长这个鱼的产量，然后增加这个鱼的价格。那么就可以获得更多的收入，所以就是它的社会地位可能就可以提高一点，所以这就是女性赋权。谢谢。
What is the cost effectiveness of this intervention?
关于这个使用效率这一块，它是可以把这个益生菌它的菌液，然后给它烘干制作成菌质，就是像粉末一样，然后就做成一个产品再去使用的。对，这就是。
And thank you so much to the judges for discussion and the team for the presentation.
Thank you.
All right, please give applause. We now invite our second team in the Sustainable Aquaculture Prize. Can you guess? Team Aqua Phoenix to present. Where is Team Aqua Phoenix? All right, let's go to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. We are here to solve our crises with my lovely team, Tal Habashne, with Aqualoop. Every day, the fish farmers faces the problem each day. Dirty sludge building up from the pond. Dirty sludge and hard to clean, costly to throw up. So, what if the waste, if we can convert it to something useful? So, our project, we will convert and turn this waste to organic fertilizers and a protein. Please focus on this figure. Every year, millions of organic tons of organic waste pile up then it is most of it lost and not used. And the farmers always pay and pay and pay for important feed. The problem isn't about the resources, but about how we can deal them. Our solution, we have built a system, circular, smart, natural, black solitary fly. In simple way, small model unit, we put for this fly sludge and rapidly convert into a meal, protein. Then after a few days, around 1 week or 2 weeks roughly, we make organic fertilizers from organic residue. So we have closed the loop without any waste. Our methodology is not only in the labs, we have proven impacts in the fish farmers. So our methodology, we have passed the 3 stages. The first one, training the farmers and setting up the triggers. The second one, produce and data collection, then finally evaluation and scale up. And each stage we have many data, many numbers, organic fertilizers, pollutions, many things. And this, please focus on this figure. Every per 1 ton of sludge we can make turn 300 meal and 200 frass and the way back. And we, if you look, sludge start drop in the pollution by 57% roughly, and biomass growth exceeds 250. Okay, and it's more than a project. It's movement. Each unit has cut emissions, saves waters, a lot of things. And that's it. And thank you for listening.
Aqua Phoenix and judges, let's take a questions. You have 3 minutes as previous one.
Oh, I have 2 quick questions for you. Thank you so much first. You mentioned at the beginning that your project will achieve food security. Can you elaborate more how you do that? That's the number one. The second one, I'm always curious about the food safety issues from the sludge. Are you considering the food safety in terms of pathogens and cross-contamination? Please elaborate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. A great question. For food security, we have a sustaining life cycle. So we have protein for the chickens or the animals, and we have organic fertilizers. So we protect food security. The second question, can you repeat it? Thanks. Food safety, yes. We have applied FAO standards and HACCP standards, limits, and many things. So, and it's in the final stage, it's for animals, not for the humans, but also it is safe. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can go. I have a question about there is a lot of policies regarding food safety, transparencies, and so on. So in order to ensure that your product can be provide food, you need also to show that there is nothing wrong while producing it. So how are you going to provide the information for the consumer?
You need more information about how the system works?
Yes, and how it can be safe to,
yes.
to use your product.
Unfortunately, we have only 2 minutes to pitch our slides. So I have a full PDF file explain all these details. And if you're interested, I will share this file with you. So really, we have 2 minutes. We cannot discuss all the details here.
So this already exists, it's not new. So what is the innovation that you're bringing?
Innovation, our solution?
Yes.
We have cut waste, emissions lower.
No. It already exists in other places. It's not completely new. So what is new on your design relative to other experiences with some similar solutions?
Yes, we have, the novel of this idea. Truly we have many projects, but we have specifically for fish farm sludge, and we have moderated parameters to give us the best results for our impacts. From for this presentation, for every 1 ton, we give huge numbers. And if we can scale up this project, we will sustainable life cycle, and the feed is very competitive to natural feed now that's used. So it's very competitive now and have many benefits. Factory that never stops because cycle and level low cost.
Much. Many thanks to the judging panel. Great job, every team here.
Yes, and we are now over halfway through the pitches, and wow, the ideas have been quite remarkable.
Ooh.
And now we move on to our next category, which is the Nansen Program Ecosystem Approach to Fisheries, an award to celebrate the 50th anniversary of this program. And this prize empowers youth to develop solutions using the Nansen Ecosystem Approach. This is a holistic, risk-based approach that considers all the factors in sustainable fisheries management. And to kick off this category, we have Team Ocean Voice. And unfortunately, they were not able to join us here today, but they have sent us a pre-recorded video pitch that we are going to watch now, and after, they'll be joining us live for the Q&A session. Let's watch the video.
Hello, everyone. We protect what we love, and we love what we understand. Guided by this principle, our project ecosystem-based management of benign marine fisheries aims to better understand the ocean in order to better preserve it. Our goal is to protect marine life by collaborating with fishers and authorities to ensure food security and a sustainable future. Fisheries resources are declining with a 40% drop in catches. The ocean, vital for our GDP and our protein supply, is being depleted. So the situation is worsened by the absence of robust stock monitoring, and policymakers don't have the right tools for effective fisheries management. To address this, we are building a digital twin of the ocean, a lively simulation powered by sensors, satellite data, and local knowledge. It lets us test decisions virtually before acting in the real world, combining science and community wisdom to protect our coast. This tool will give us a comprehensive view of the ocean and its wildlife. It will be able to identify risky fishing areas, anticipate declines in catches, and help decision makers make informed choices. We share this data as open source with institutions and communities, designed to be replicated along the entire coast. It aligns with key sustainable development goals such as decent work and economic growth, climate action, and life below water. By protecting our oceans, we protect our livelihood. So, ladies and gentlemen, come join us to take action. Thank you so much.
Team Ocean Voice for joining us online. Hi, Gansa. And now, judges, over to you. You have 3 minutes for questions.
Okay. So how is your plan to scale up? How you're going to pitch this to ECOWAS that is something that you need to scale up?
Great. Thank you for this simple question. To scale up it, we are planning to develop a workshop. During this workshop, we are going to invite the members of ECOWAS, and then the protocol will be already established. So we are going to train them, some of these members, into the technique that how the platform we established will be function and how they can adapt it into other regions.
Wanjiro here. What kind of sensors? Again, I think it was in there, but tell us the kind of sensors, and are you working with the fisher communities to develop the sensors, or you're validating the sensors information with the communities?
No, for the communities is we would like to get information, knowledge information from the community, mainly about just maybe the past experience about where the migration of fish and the place where we can have a lot of fish. Those information will be collected, and also about the fish efforts, fishing efforts. But for sensors, that not concern the committee. The only factor of that sensor that concern the committee is that they will just help us to to protect it when those sensors will be installed in the ocean. So for sensor is this device will be there to provide information, and those information will be just sent to the system platform, and in order to to update the information as soon as the creation is ongoing.
Quick question also. You know that today youth migration is one of the major problems today for the youth because they lost hope in agriculture sector. How your project can make the agriculture more sexy, if you want to say it, to bring back youth into the agriculture?
Thank you. Our project to bring back the youth into agriculture sectors, the first one is that our project, let me tell you that, is how we are going to do, and those young that will be, that will have food security. I mean, they can go into fish and have fish continuously. And in order to ensure that, our project, we just want to make the fish ensure the sustainability of the fish, the species of fish available now. And then, thanks to this project, the platform, they can know, here is where we can go to fish, to fish. And then when they will go, they can have access to plenty fish, and by this way, they can raise their incomes and be sure to have, for a long term, fish species available for the next community, for future generations. So they will have a lot of fish, and then they can raise, can go higher. So that is how they're going to more involved in this project, because their income will be increased thanks to the system we are installing.
Thank you so much, Team Ocean Voice.
Wow.
Thank you.
Great job. And now we move on to the next team of the Nansen program, and they are Blue Ocean Voyagers. The stage is yours. Woo!
One % of every little action makes to leads 99% significant compounding results over time. With that popular card, I would like to start our research project on saving spiny lobsters via community conservation. Due to higher global demand, across the Sri Lankan coastal, the lobster fisheries are at high risk. As shown in the two figures, the lobster harvest is declining and the diversity is shrinking. The most critical issue is already one species has disappeared from the Sri Lankan coastal water. Currently, we are just restricting the fishermen by catching egg-bearing or the undersized animals and imposing 3 months ban period. When I visited to the lobster fisherman's home, he just asked me by pointing out his little kid whether these policies can feed my child. Well, with that incident, we have realized that without approaching there or without addressing their economic issues, whatever the policies or approaches that we are going to implement, they will remain just as the approaches or the bundle of policies. Well, here comes our 1% little and innovative change that we are going to make by co-creating alternative income option for these divers as the government certified divers by linking with the tourism sector as well as empowering the consumers for the ethical consumer behavior. To achieve this, we are going to adopt for the mixed method approach by combining with the baseline survey and by using focus group discussions and the mapping exercise by allowing the community to co-design solutions. At the initial stage, we are going to register 20 lobster fishermen to move from the seasonal income to the sustainable income. Reimagining the lobster fisheries sector through the ecosystem approach lens, we are just not saving one species. We are just safeguarding livelihood, culture, and food system. Of course, I assure that from this research project, we are going to act as a model for all the high-value fisheries in global. So with this tiny little approach, we'll improve the fishermen's income, will ensure the consumer behavior, and of course, lobster will recover. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Blue Ocean Voyagers. And now, judges, you have 3 minutes for the Q&A.
Do you have the particular income diversification strategies, or are you going to code? They have not yet been developed.
We have identified that, so they have a seasonal income, and mainly because of that 3 months ban issue, so they are not adapting that, they are not obeying for that policies, because they are telling that they don't have the economic income throughout that period. So that's why we are going to implement, so they are the skilled divers, but they are not professional. So we are going to link with the Ocean University of Sri Lanka. So, and by linking with them, so we are going to certify them, and we are given the recognition as the professional divers. So then they don't need to only totally depend on the lobster fishery. So they have the option with the work with the tourists as well. So they can work as the fishermen, the lobsters as well. So then how we are going to improve their economic condition?
I have a question about the second job the fishermen are going to have, which they are all going to be diverse.
Yes.
So how do you ensure that there is a demand for all those people and all those diving activities?
Of course, yes. Sri Lanka is the one of the popular country for the tourism, and since we are an island, so we have a lot of surfing, the diving capacity. Since I have a lot of the beautiful beaches, the tourists are coming and they are doing diving and all. But the divers or who are supporting them, they are not actually the professional divers, be honestly. So they are just doing this with their the tradition, or maybe with their experience, with their family heritage. But here we are going to give the link with the tourism. So here we can improve our the exports and improve our the tourism sector as well. Because now we are just have the instructors, so we have these links, so they can directly communicate with those those foreigners or that tourists without just going through the here and there. So now we can settle up. Of course, we have that highest potential because we are earning the higher income from the tourism sector as a country.
You know that the success rate of every intervention rely on the engagement of different stakeholders.
Sorry, I didn't get it, sir.
You know that the success rate of any intervention or project rely on the engagement of all stakeholders.
Of course, yes.
How are you planning to overcome the barriers between different stakeholders together?
Yes.
Mainly policymakers or decision makers.
Of course, yes. So we are going to have some workshops and all. So in our objective we have. And since I'm an executive member of the Small Scale Fisheries Society as well, so I do have the connection with the policymakers and the stakeholders. And since I'm a researcher and a lecturer, so I do have my connections with all the fisheries sector as well. So I do have such, I have that power and I have that energy to work with connect all the policymakers, of course, yes. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you to our judges, and great points to guide these teams moving forward in their journey.
Amazing. Now, arrive at our final prize category of TRC 2025, Gender Mainstreaming in the Eradication of Pests, the Putu Rumunong PPR. This prize recognizes young researchers who develop innovative gender-responsive solutions to combat PPR and address the unique challenges of women in livestock system. First up, Team Gender Pulse, who unfortunately were not able to join us in person today as well and has sent us a pre-recorded video pitch. And let's have a look at their pitch, and they will be joining us live for the Q&A session. Please begin.
Hello, my name is Mariam Nachidiwa. How do we ensure existing PPR interventions reach those that need them the most? In Uganda, 3.3 million livelihoods depend on small ruminants. Out of these, 54% are women and youth, but imagine only 5% are able to access vaccination programs and other interventions. This leads to loss of over 50% of their animals to PPR. Interventions exist, but social, cultural, and economic barriers limit women and youth from accessing them. We propose coming up with gender-inclusive strategies using economic modeling through a systems dynamics approach that fully integrates women and youth at all stages of PPR control, from prevention, surveillance, and response systems. How are we going to do this? We are going to collect gender and sex disaggregated data, where we analyze the social relations in this data, such as power dynamics and resource access. Secondly, conduct the value chain analysis on the gendered socio-economic impacts to know how the disease affects these various groups. And thirdly, use this data to model the cost and benefit of each intervention while considering the gender dynamics of the data. And thirdly, come up with strategies or analyze the outcomes and behavior once it is implemented. We hope to come up with a gender map, identify the critical control nodes that either amplify the disease or can be used as control points for the disease. And thirdly, come up with guidelines that can influence gender budgeting and gender action plans, and coming up with increased gender inclusive interventions, such as in surveillance, vaccination, and animal health systems that will reduce gender vulnerabilities. We hope that our data will be effective in coming up with reforms in the national strategy, in livestock development planning, and thirdly, in partnerships and collaborations with the civil society. Thank you.
Amazing. I thank you so much, Gender Pulse, for the presentation. And now time for judges. 3 minutes Q&A. Please go ahead.
No, oh, she's connected. Hi. How are you? No, I just wanted to understand how inclusion will be assured. So what assures you that this will be inclusive for gender?
Thank you so much for that question. Initially, the interventions that have been existing have been risk factor based. So they would look at the risks, for example, animal movement, and pose a specific solution to that. But in this aspect of risk-based approaches, we only look at what we see, but there are unseen factors that are always left out. So with the systems approach, we get to analyze these different aspects, such as power dynamics, labor, that are not seen as direct contributors to PPR, but they really influence how solutions are taken up once they are implemented. So using a systems approach really helps us analyze these complex interventions, rather complex behavior, and how we can include the gender dynamics into the existing interventions. What I want to note that interventions do exist, but then including in these gender dynamics into these existing solutions, into the existing interventions really will lead to gendered inclusive strategies. Thank you so much.
In your presentation, you said that youth and women have less access to vaccines. So how can you explain how your project will be able to increase the access to those vaccines for these populations?
A good question. It's not only access to vaccines that is really the issue. The issue comes generally with the interventions. Vaccination programs is just one of them. Access to animal health systems. Am I still connected? access to animal health systems, inclusion in surveillance programs, and what we hope to ensure that as policymakers are designing these interventions and reach out to people, then they are including women and youth that are not able to access them. One key issue that we note why they are not accessing them, because there are social, cultural, and economic barriers that limit them from accessing them. So that is what we want to analyze at first. Why are they not accessing them? What are the specific gender vulnerabilities once they do not access them? And then get these interventions, because resources are existing. There are vaccination programs enrolled out all the time. But then, because there are still barriers that are limiting women and youth from accessing them, then they need to be analyzed in depth. So we believe that once we analyze these barriers and include them, do gender action plans and be included into gender responsive budgets, then they can be able to be included and receive this kind of interventions such as vaccination programs directly. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. I thank you so much, Gender Pulse. And now let's move on into the last team who will be presenting. Okay, please give up to the team Shri Protex. Come here, please, and present your amazing innovation.
Good afternoon. I'm Yao Ling from Northeast Forestry University. Please imagine a woman on horseback herding across the grassland. Sounds great, right? But animal disease like PPR can destroy all this beauty, including her flocks and also her family livelihood. So this is the focus of our research project. Gender behavior and PPR transmission neomoring in Qinghai Highland Pastoral System. Why Qinghai? Because here, PPR outbreaks has occurred in both the wildlife and the livestock. And also, they share the patches and water. This increase a very perfect condition for PPR to spread. Most herder are the Mongolians and Tibetan, and we think that the women make the difficult decision for the animal cares and also the grazing. So this choice is shape the livestock and wildlife contact, but women still face barriers to knowledge and resources. So when the person ignores gender, they often fall short. So our solution is a multi-layer gender behavior and connect and also the transmission network. For the first time, we quantify the impact of the gender behaviors in the disease dynamic. So this is our research framework, a data-driven network to guide the strategy development to minimize the PPR transmission. Using this method, we will gather the women's practice with the livestock, wildlife, also the policy data to build a model, also simulate the epidemics. And the network will show the risks and the keynote to develop a gender-sensitive strategy to empower women and also eradicate PPR. With the gender insights and the collective strength, we will make PPR history. Thank you.
I thank you very much, Team She Protects. This Q&A session will also be conducted in Chinese, so a reminder to please use the earpiece provided for translation. Okay, everything is clear, the judges? So the Q&A is yours.
So why you collect only data on female? Why you don't collect data on female and male and then see the difference and then what can be done in terms of behavior for females?
其实我们是有考虑在里面的，只是说这个地区的特殊性是因为女性她是更不受重视，同时她是承担了除了就是放牧以外的很多的责任，包括是一些繁重的家务，还有那个传统教育等，都会影响到这个家畜还有野生动物的一个接触以及这个病毒的传播，所以我们会着重在这个性别上，就是同时也会收集一部分的男性的数据来作为对比，但是主要还是以女性的数据为主。
In one of your slides, you mentioned gender networking. Can you elaborate a little bit more on it, please?
可以重复一遍吗？刚刚没听见。性别网络是指我们会把它就是构建一个多层网络，一方面是一个性别相关的行为，一方面是一个动物接触，还有一个是政策的一个相关的影响。然后在动物的接触网络里面，我们会去探索这个动物的，就是野生动物与和那个家畜之间的这个接触频率，来进一步评估它这个病毒传播风险。然后同时将这个相应的家畜群和那个妇女的行为管理来进行一个链接，通过一些就是参与式的一个地图绘制以及这个采访，还有专家打分的一个方式，来进行他们这个之间联系的一个评判。感谢您的提问。
I would like to know how you are going to transfer this knowledge to the women that going to use it. Is it going to be available through an apps, extension services? How are they going to have access to those knowledge?
不好意思，这个翻译器没有进行一个翻译，我再调整一下。你好，可以帮我再翻译一下吗？不好意思，请你重复这个问题，因为他刚刚没有进行翻译。现在可以了。好的。是这样子的，因为这个地区的女性是少数民族，然后她们大部分除了有繁重的家务之外，她们还会有一些语言上就文化获取上的一些障碍。所以，如果我们得到这些关键节点，我们就可以更精准的瞄准这个干预点，然后对它来进行一个分析，看他们是什么原因导致了这个疾病传播风险的提高，所以最针对性的进行一些干预。不仅是所谓的疫苗，还有这个放牧路线的改变，同时还有对这个妇女进行一个培训，全方位的提升她的能力，还有她的这个生计方法。谢谢大家。
All right, 谢谢. Thank you so much for those insightful questions, judges, and you may back to the seat. So that's a wrap of our pitches. Woo! All right. So 10 teams have shared bold and innovative research proposal to transform our agri-food system. So please give it up once more to our All Panelists 2025 DRC. Nice, amazing. Judges, we now invite you to proceed to the deliberation room to make some very tough decisions, and you'll select a winner in each category and the overall DRC 2025 winners. Eminent.
Yes, and then while the judges deliberate, the World Food Forum Culture team has a special performance for us, the Bhutan Boetra dance group. So this youth-led dance portrays a Bhutanese family from seed to harvest, highlighting culture's role in advancing sustainable food systems. All right, let's
Amazing.
enjoy.
Wonderful.
Yes, thank you so much to our culture team and Bhutan Bayadra Dance Group for that beautiful performance. And now we welcome Amin Saraye, Associate Professor of Chemical Engineering of the University of Doha and Science and Technology, and Aditya Korekalu Sirimvaza, our TRC 2024 winner, that is going to be moderated by Haneen Abu Salah.
Oh, wow. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for joining us today at this panel discussion where we will talk more about innovation, entrepreneurship, and research. Let's start this panel by a quick introduction. If you could please introduce yourself. Let's start with you, Dr. Amin.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to be part of this panel today. So I'm Amin Esmaili. I work as an associate professor in the Chemical Engineering Department of University of Doha for Science and Technology.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity. My name is Aditya. I work as a scientist in the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. By training, I'm an agriculture economist, and I'm also part of the Young Scientist Group of the WFF.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you both today with us. I would like to start with a question for you, Dr. Amin. As you work at the Doha University for Science and Technology, I would like to know more about, as the business getaway focuses on supporting entrepreneurship and commercialization of research. So from your experience, if you could tell us what is the biggest barrier to translate the student-led research into a more, let's say, viable startups or policy innovations, and how can we address them?
All right, thank you so much for this important question. Yes, actually, the main barrier that we realize is not really the existence of idea or solutions. The ideas and solutions are there, but really the pathway to connect this idea to the market or the policy making system is lacking. So usually the students, they come up with brilliant design ideas, but they don't have access to the ecosystem or mentorships to apply those ideas to make them operational. So at UHub, what we really do is providing a student with those ecosystems that they need, starting with mentorships programs. We have programs that we call it entrepreneurs in residence, that provide for a student different kind of workshops. We try to connect students to industries, to stakeholders, try to get involved them more in the real need of the market. So those are some of the initiatives that we have taken at UHub, and we have seen some successful stories through that.
Thank you so much, Shukran, Dr. Amin. And now I hand it back to Aditya. So maybe if you could tell us, as you have successfully navigated this journey as a previous TRC winner, so if you could tell us what are some of the key challenges that you have faced in moving your idea beyond the academic setting into, let's say, a more commercial product or service?
Thank you. Let me start by saying I'm still working in academia, but I also have experience of interacting with agribusiness incubators in my home institutions. I'll share some of those insights. So first, when we think of academic research, so research is usually very focused, and we want to address a specific research question, addressing a specific research gap, and trying to expand the frontiers of knowledge. And ultimately, we are concerned about, like, is it fundable, and is it publishable in a good research journal? But when you try to translate that into a business, you need to have end-to-end thinking, starting from answering which immediate problems for the stakeholders will this address, and whether the features of the innovation or problems translate into meaningful benefits for the ultimate stakeholders. And as he rightly pointed out, apart from having a good idea, you also need to get funding, you need other kind of institutional support, and you also need to think about scalability of the innovation. So when I say scale, there are another two dimensions to scaling. One is there sufficient takers? What is the size of the market that we are going to address? And also, whatever we are doing in the lab, can the technology or the produce or the innovation, can it be scaled? And do we get the same results when scaled? So all these elements need to be addressed. Otherwise, many of the innovations, in spite of having promising technology behind it, they don't scale. They enter into the valley of death. So these are some challenges that we face when translating the academic research into a commercially viable product.
Indeed, Aditya, I second your opinion. Without the support and the financial support and the technical support, these research ideas will not be able to make it into the ground. So back to you, Dr. Amin. If you could tell us maybe how does the University of Doha for Science and Technology empowers its students to contribute to national or global challenges through applied research, especially in the areas like food security, water management, and sustainable agriculture?
Yes, so like especially at UDSC, we are focusing a lot on applied education and applied research. So most of our programs, they have, we call them, they have applied components, and most of the courses, they have lab components that the students, they go to the lab. So in the during lectures, they usually learn the theory part of the course, but they go to the lab and really apply what they learn in the classrooms. So we try to follow the same patterns for our research. And as you mentioned, sustainability, food and water security, those are also global grand challenges, and is more important for an area like GCC countries that we have limited amount of the natural resource in terms of water and food. And so at UDSC, We have, so most of the courses, the programs that we have, we try to, at the earliest stage of the program, we try to involve the students in courses and capstone projects that include answering SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. Then we recently opened Center of Excellence for Sustainability and Food Security Research that we received several funded projects from the government of Qatar. In the same time, we involve a lot of undergraduate students. So this is one of the mandates that we have for those projects to build capacity within the country. So once they get to any research position, so they are already involved in this kind of projects in terms of sustainability.
Thank you so much. Your work sounds quite inspiring and promising, and we hope also we could get motivated here and maybe get inspired for next year's TRC. I would also like to, back to the first point you've mentioned on mentorship, I would like to talk about maybe the mentorship component that we have embedded into this year's TRC. This year we have piloted for the first year, and as this is the 5th year of TRC, we have experienced the capacity development program for the first year, and we have successfully delivered master classes and provided mentorship hours for the TRC teams. And I would like to thank again all the FAO divisions who are co-hosted the process together with us this year. Shout out to all the technical experts who provided the mentorship hours to the teams, and they provided a lot of informative and very important advice and feedback to all the teams. So thank you again, and we would have never been able to make it without you, so thanks again. And then I go back again maybe to you, Aditya. So if you can tell us, looking ahead, what exciting opportunities or trends in applied research and innovation do you see that could inspire the next generation of researchers in science and innovation?
Thank you. So one of the biggest challenges that I think we face today is how do we accelerate the transition of agri-food systems towards a more healthy, equitable, and sustainable food systems. So this requires system thinking, and these are really complex problems to solve. And I'm really optimistic that with artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the access to newer data sets, we will be able to develop solutions and technologies to accelerate this transition. And I'm also hoping and looking forward that these technologies or innovations are actually combined with social and institutional innovations so that we have a kind of coalition of stakeholders who would actually drive this transition forward. So I'm really optimistic that we are heading in the right direction. As you can see from most of the pictures, they had like AI, machine learning, and all those advances embedded in it, along with community action. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, I would like to close with a question for you both. So maybe back to Dr. Amin, what advice would you give to young scientists? And we have many joining us here today. So what advice would you give to these researchers and scientists who want their research to make a tangible impact beyond the academia?
Okay, thank you for this question. So I believe that what the young generation, they need to think, apart from to having a solution for the existing problem, they need to think that what is the impact of that solution. So usually those solutions that they have more impact, they are harder to find out. So what general advice I can have to be excited, to be motivated in what they are doing. So being visible, I mean, discussing your ideas, communicating with public, publishing articles, social media. So those are the tools that are really helpful these days to communicate your ideas and try to, develop it in the further stage in the product development. So engaging with the stakeholders, the local communities, those are very important for young generation that who are going to get into research career in the future.
Indeed, thank you so much. I totally agree that engaging with the local communities is a very important aspect. And this is also one of the advice that we have received from one of our technical experts this year from FAO colleagues, and we passed it to the participants as we want to make sure that all the teams keep an eye on their the research, if it's applicable within their communities, and if it's not, you know, sometimes researchers have a very innovative and nice a research idea, but they forget about connecting this to their community's needs, and this is very, very important. So I'm back to Aditya. So I address you the same question. So what advice would you give to the young innovators and researchers?
I think considering the complexity of the problems that we face, it's time that we embrace systems thinking and move beyond the academic disciplinary silos in which we work, and work more in interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary teams so that we create solutions for the most pressing problems. And also another point that I go back to is about starting from the inception of the idea, think about how to scale. So unless we scale it, it's difficult to translate the idea into meaningful real-world impact. Even when piloting, look for what necessary things are there for scaling, identify those factors and try to work around them. So that would be important to have real-world impact of the innovations or products that we develop. Thank you.
Thank you so much. These are very inspiring and important advices, and we hope that researchers here would take these advices into consideration. And let's close the session. Thank you so much, shukran, and yeah, we see you around.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Yes, thank you very much to our panelists. There were so many takeaways. It's almost time to hear who this year's TRC winners are.
Ooh, I got goosebumps. And let's take a short moment to celebrate the partnership that make this competition happen for the 5th edition of the TRC. We asked our partner to share why innovative research matters and what it means to partner with the TRC. Let's hear from them now.
My name is Manuel Baranje. I'm Assistant Director General and Director of the Fisheries and Aquaculture Division at the FAO. Aquatic food systems are under the spotlight. They provide nutritious, affordable food to billions of people. Well, the youth have the future in their hands. We want to see what novel, innovative solutions out there, what breakthroughs we can build on and scale up. We want to hear what the youth have to say about that. Food Futures starts with you.
I'm Margot Briggs. I'm the Senior Forestry Officer at Forestry Division, FAO. Innovation can help unlock the full potential of forests to meet economic, social, and environmental needs. We know that efforts to harness the abilities of young people are crucial for effective innovation processes. So let's innovate together.
My name is Thanawat Singh, Assistant Director General and Director of the Animal Production and Health Division at FAO. You are not only the leader of tomorrow, you are the innovators of today. Your ideas, your creativity, and your courage to challenge all problems with new solutions will help us transform our agri-food systems. Lead the change together.
I am Merete Tanstad. I am the coordinator of the EF Nansen program that is behind the ecosystem approach to fisheries price in the Transformative Research Challenge. The future is in the hands of the youth. Young people bring fresh ideas, creativity, and the drive we need to safeguard our marine ecosystems and build sustainable fisheries. The future is in your hands.
I am Vera Rossini, one of the deputy directors in Fisheries and Aquaculture Department. Inland fisheries are critical. They provide millions with food, and they also support a lot of livelihoods around the world, especially in vulnerable regions. But unfortunately, they're overlooked in planning and policy. Young people can change that. We're really excited about that. They come to the table with fresh perspectives, they have digital skills, and they have the right energy that we're going to need to connect traditional knowledge with modern science, which is really key. Be the change, innovate.
Hello, I'm Xinhua Yuan, Deputy Director of the Fisheries and Aquaculture Division at the FAO. Sustainable aquaculture is currently the only sector that can increase aquatic food supply. As a young and rapidly developing field, it needs the energy and the ideas of youth and scientists. Innovation starts with you.
My name is Jimmy Wu. I'm the director of the Forestry Division of FAO. Forests provide solutions to many global challenges, including those in agriculture. They actually contribute to food security and play a vital role in the fight against poverty. But with rising pressure on our forests and added impact of climate change, we need innovations in the forest sector more than ever. This is why FAO is working to scale up science-based, responsible, and inclusive forest sector innovations. Let's be part of the change.
Hello, my name is Michela Marinelli, and I work in FAO's Land and Water Division.
Hello, my name is George Akoko, also from FAO's Land and Water Division.
Agriculture accounts for 70% of global freshwater withdrawals. Therefore, innovative approaches for sustainable water management are essential for building resilient farming and fishing communities.
This is why we are proud to support the TRC, because it provides young people not only with funding, but also with mentorship, visibility, and opportunities to turn ideas into action.
All right, amazing, that beautiful words. To all our partners who supported the TRC 2025 and to those working behind the scenes, thank you very, very much for turning ideas into impact. Before we announce our winners, we have a very, very exciting announcement to make. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Franz Crescent, Professor of Analytics for Sustainable Development and Director of Tilburg University's Zero Hunger Lab. Franz, time is yours.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here at this Transformative Research Challenge, and it's great to witness all of these great pitches of the young researchers. I do agree, as a university professor, that the future is in the hands of the youth. So that we welcome all of these ideas, and they are very, very important to achieve the global goals that we face. Well, it's amazing to see this organization of this prize, and I understand now this is for the 5th year. And it's also important, of course, to maintain this and make sure that there's a longer horizon for this challenge. So that's why I'm very happy to announce that my institute at Tilburg University, the Zero Hunger Lab, will co-host a prize for next year. So there's some continuity, of course, in this challenge. And what we do at the Zero Hunger Lab is to apply data science techniques to improve food security. And so what we want to do is invite data scientists around the globe to work on food security issues with econometrics, with statistics, with large language models, with AI, with all of the stuff that we have at hand. We can achieve this great challenge, and I'm happy to support that with my team. Thank you.
Much, everyone. This is something that we wait, right? And now the wait is finally over. It's time to reveal the TRC 2025 winners. Each finalist team will be awarded 10,000 United States dollar research grant as seed funding to bring their project to life. Except for the winners of the Nansen Ecosystem Approach to Fisheries Prize, who will receive a special 3-month fully funded mentorship at FAO with the Fisheries and Aquaculture Division. To open the ceremony, it's my honor to welcome Manuel Baranje, FAO's Assistant Director, General Director of Fisheries and Aquaculture Divisions of the Land and Water Division of FAO, to announce the winner. All right, the winner for the Integrated Water Management for Food Security Prizes.
And we would also like to welcome Li Feng Li, FAO's Director of Land and Water, NSL. If you could come to the stage, please.
I think you are able to.
Yes.
Yeah, this one, amazing, and this one. All right, please don't flip it. Make it surprise.
Thank you very much. What an exciting event. And as well as being Assistant Director General, I'm also a university professor and active scientist. And I want to say two things. First, to congratulate all the challenges, all the proposals for this challenge, because have been fantastic. And I know that the panels had a hard time choosing the 2 finalists. And second, to congratulate all the finalists, because pitching your story in 2 minutes is extremely difficult. So well done to all of you. And now I'll pass the microphone to Li Feng to announce the winner in this challenge.
Thank you, Mano. So the winner for this Integrated Water Management for Food Security Prize is, ready? AquaSmart Philippines.
Maybe one-on-one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
And next, please help me welcome Jimin Wu, FAO's Forestry Division Director, to announce Forestry's Innovation Prize.
Yep. Here.
Thank you, moderator. It has been a very exciting moment, right? And actually, it has been exciting to see so many young research scientists actually participating in the FAO initiative on Transformative Research Challenge. So yours are the futures of the world, right? You are the future leaders, and also you are drivers of innovation. So I'm so glad to see that we have so many participants, and I'm especially grateful to the colleagues and appreciate the effort of the teams. And also I now would like to thank especially the 2 finalists of the Forest Innovation Prize. So without further ado, I would like to announce the winner of the Forest Innovation Prize. Wow. Impact Open Air Lab.
Thank you so much. And now we invite Wu Jin, the Vice President of Shanghai Ocean University, and Manuel Baranje again to announce the Sustainable Aquaculture Prize winner.
Amazing. Here. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's important because water is not only used to water our fields and to use it to drink, but it also is an environment where we grow food, including in aquaculture. And therefore, it is my pleasure to announce the winner. But first, I'm going to give the microphone to my co-host to say a few words.
尊敬的各位来宾、各位青年朋友们，大家下午好。非常有幸，我今天代表上海海洋大学，向所有参赛团队、评审专家以及 FAO 的同仁们致以最诚挚的感谢和祝贺。上海海洋大学呢，始终坚持将服务全球粮食安全、推动蓝色转型视为己任。本次挑战赛聚焦可持续水产养殖、 正是回应了全球粮食安全与粮食转型的迫切需求。我们欣喜地看到了本次赛事吸引了来自世界各地的优秀青年团队。你们以创新思维回应水产养殖面临的生态、社会与技术挑战，展现了青年一代推动粮食系统转型的责任与担当。期待你们不断创新，未来在世界粮食论坛转型研究方面取得更多的优异成绩。再次祝贺所有获奖团队，也欢迎你们有机会到上海海洋大学来访问交流。谢谢。
Thank you, Weiji. And now I have the honor of announcing, give me some, the winner of the Sustainable Aquaculture Prize, BioBalance.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And to present the Nansen Program Ecosystem Approach to Fisheries Prize winner, please welcome Her Excellency Sharti Somerset, Norway Permanent Representative to UN organizations in Rome, and Marete Tanstad, Senior Program Coordinator for the EF Nansen Program at the Fisheries and Aquaculture Division of FAO. So please go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
And this is so exciting. And it's an absolute honor for me to be here and represent the Norway and the long-standing partnership with the FAO through the Nansen program. So dear judges and finalists and friends,
Yeah, so thank you so much. It's really exciting for us to be here, celebrating 50 years of turning science into fisheries management, and also building capacity of young people as we work in our different directions, with either with the research vessel, Dr. Fridtjof Nansen, or in fisheries management actions on the ground, with the understanding that people are part of the solution. So very excited to see this finalists, so thank you all who applied, and also thank you so much to the finalists, both excellent. And we are announcing the winner. Okay, so the winner is Blue Ocean Voyagers. Thank you.
Thank you. Finally, please welcome Mr. Tanawa Tianxin, FAO's Assistant Director General, Director of Animal Production and Health Division, and Chief Veterinary Officer, to announce the gender mainstreaming in the eradication of PPR prize winner. Please go ahead. And then that is here. All right. Yep.
When we see all of you here, you bring innovation, you bring new idea, you bring energy, positive energy to this building, to FAO. But we will continue to work with you to make sure that we can spread more energy, positive energy, innovation, to make sure that all innovation that you make, it really scale up at the ground level, at the field level. And that's why the award of gender mainstreaming in eradication of the pestis ruminal PPR. PPR is the disease. And that's why if we have a good animal health, we will have a better production. And that's why today, the winners for this award go to Team Gender Pose. Okay. She joined us virtually. Now it's your award. And that's why I give you here.
At least you can take a photo.
Yes.
Sure.
Her
You
trophy
are-
as well.
Of course.
And also have the award and certificate. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you. Right.
Congratulations again, Miriam. Unfortunately, she was not able to join us as she was traveling here in Rome, so hopefully we will see her tomorrow at the networking event.
Yep.
And now, it is my great pleasure to welcome to the stage someone that's not only a valued partner of the Transformative Research Challenge, but also a driving force behind the innovation of agri-food systems.
Yep.
He is the CEO and founder of the Seeding the Future Foundation and a generous supporter of this initiative and the Youth Innovation Lab as a whole. Please join me in giving me a warm welcome to Bernard van Lengren.
Please welcome.
Thank you so much. Now I can read it. Okay. So I'm going to use my different mimic here. Sorry. I have a few announcements to make. This is why I brought my own script. First, I wanted to say that as founder of the Seeding the Future Foundation, I'm truly honored to be here today. Our mission is to support and scale high-impact innovations that help build a healthier, more sustainable, and equitable food system. Through initiatives like the Transformative Research Challenge, we aim to empower the next generation of scientists, engineers, and changemakers, because it's their creativity, their passion, and their bold ideas that will shape the future of food. It's been incredibly inspiring to witness the energy and innovation from all the teams today. Now, please join me in giving a huge round of applause to all the teams who pitched today. Thank you. I also like to take this opportunity to invite all teams from this year's Transformative Research Award Challenge to participate in our annual Seeding the Future Global Food System Challenge. The challenge is awarding $1 million each year to high-impact innovations that transform our food systems and make them more resilient, more equitable, and lead to food that is accessible, affordable, appealing, and trusted, and improve the health of people and the planet. The application period officially opens tomorrow, and it closes December 15th, so you have some time to apply. Now, by applying for this challenge, the top innovations from the Transformative Research Challenge will automatically join the Seeding the Future Global Food System Innovation Database and Network, and this database has over 650 pre-vetted high-potential innovations and will officially be launched this week and be available on the Science, Technology and Innovation ATO platform from FAO. And finally, it is my great honor to announce the overall winner of this year's Transformative Research Challenge. So, drum, drum, drum. Ooh. The overall winner of the Transformative Research Challenge 2025 is Team Gender Pulse.
It's the one that joined us online earlier. Yes, Miriam.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. Amazing. Yeah, all done.
Congratulations again, and thank you very much, Bernard.
Thank you very much.
We now welcome FAO Chief Economist Maximo Torero to give us the closing remarks. Maximo, please.
So thank you all for joining us today. This has been a very complex decision that we were discussing, and This is great that we continue working with our researchers, young researchers and finalists, and it's even greater for us that the technical divisions are integrated to this. So thank you to the three of you for being here and to be able to make this forward, and especially the idea that they can come here also to work here. So thank you, Manuel, for that internship. And you have shown not only scientific talent. My colleagues in the committee were discussing on how good the documents that you share were, but also the analytics and the analysis that you were doing behind. So please keep working hard, keep moving, use this money in the best possible way. And to our judges, mentors, evaluators, and everyone else who has supported the challenge throughout the year, sincere thanks to all of you, judges, sincere thanks to all of you, and to all the sponsors, and we hope we will continue moving forward. And again, thank you to all the partners involved, the technical divisions, the youth for the work that you have been doing, and keep pushing, please. We need to keep increasing the standards, moving forward, and let's follow up the impact of these investments that you will be having and the money that you have in the following year to see how we can move forward. Thank you again, and keep pushing for this.
Thank you so much, Massimo.
And that's it, everyone. That is the close of the Transformative Research Challenge Finals 2025.
Yes.
So one last thing before we go, we would love to have a group picture with everyone here. So if you could please come to the stage.
Come to the stage.
We just get one picture, and then that's it. We're good to go.
Yes. Big smile, and also come back.
All
right.
the teams,
come
the
here.
judges, our partners, of course.
Partners. Everyone within the room, please go ahead in the stage, and we can take very, very beautiful picture.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, come, everyone to the stage. Everyone behind, please, in the corner, please come here. Picture together. All right. Come, please.
That's the main point. Come on.
Come on.
PPR.
I need that better life, better production, better ride. I need that better life, better production, better ride. We need a world with a healthy diet for all, and no more food loss and less waste. If you done search, you'll find a life. If we can put ourselves to the side.